calming voice. I appreciate that. It's probably helped out by the fact that I have a decent microphone. And yes, I do prefer the smaller streams with slightly less chatters in them. Oh, there goes stage 1. Let's up our thrust a little bit now then. There we go. Continue our turn. And we will stop at 45 degrees as usual. About there. There we go. And we are on our way. We can bring our thrust down a bit now because we're approaching 2 Gs of thrust. There's those stages being destroyed on leaving that 2.5 kilometre render distance. We're accelerating a bit too fast, I think, for our current altitude. So let's go out to here and we'll set the station as our target. Again, that red line showing where we would, well, land is not the right word, crash. If we were to cut our engines right now. This thing is going to space. Let's hope this thing is going to our space station. We'll not be talking much. Returning a probe from Eve orbit. Well, good luck with that. I am yet to have a successful mission to Eve. Either on stream or off stream. In fact, I'm yet to have a successful mission to Duna. I play KSP, but it crashes every time I launch it. It loads to the start screen and then it crashes. I can't... So I haven't played in a month, and I really want to play now. Anyone know how to fix it? Crashes during startup are usually, not always, but usually memory related. It could be that you have insufficient memory. Are you using a 32-bit or a 64-bit operating system, and are you using the 32-bit or 64-bit version of KSP? And yes, which mods are you using? Because mods will be the big culprit for consuming your memory. I'm currently running the 32-bit version of KSP on a 64-bit machine. And I have a lot of mods running, including the texture compressing mod. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it shrinks all your textures to make them more manageable so that they fit into your memory easier. And on my 32, running it on 32-bit, it uses about 2 to 2.5 gigs of memory, I would say, with all the mods that I'm running, and that's quite a lot of mods. That's the one, Active Texture Manager, thank you for that. I'm running quite a lot of mods, and in 32-bit that takes up about 2.5 gigs of memory. Now, if you don't have sufficient memory, you're going to run into issues. I had crashing issues when I was trying to run 32-bit without the Active Texture Manager, because I was literally using all of my memory on textures from the various different mods. So it's important to check your memory usage. I've recently upgraded my machine. I've got 12 gigs of memory in my machine now, and I'm currently using 69% of my memory. Oh yeah, of course you can. You can run into your memory limit with just one mod if you're not careful. The other thing to bear in mind is if you're trying to run it 64-bit, some of the mods don't work very well with 64-bit as yet. For example, Deadly Re-entry does not, well, it might do, you know, in the last couple of days, but last time I checked, Deadly Re-entry did not support 64-bit KSP. So don't try and use Deadly Re-entry on a 64-bit install. Our apoapsis is just coming up to meet the orbit of our space station, at which point we will have to be looking at cutting our engines and letting us drift up to the apoapsis so that we can modify our orbit for a rendezvous. It's not going to be, oh look at that, we're not going to be that far off anyway. There we go, I'm cutting my engines there. Upgrading 8 gigs, yeah, well I was running on 8 gigs. I recently repaired someone's computer for them and fitted some more memory, and they had 2 memory sticks, no, 1 memory stick, 1 4 gig memory stick free. Not the best way to run your memory. I've got 3 4 gig chips now. Which ideally you should do it in 2s, but 12 gigs beats 8 gigs, and I really couldn't care less. So we have a relatively close rendezvous already planned. We've possibly actually used up the fuel. We haven't yet used up the fuel in that stage. That is ridiculous. However, we're going to have to detach it because it's going to become uncontrollable, so let's do that now. Hello? It's supposed to be staging. There we go. They will head back to the planet. Well, 4 2 gig sticks is actually probably better than my 3 4 gig sticks. Well, no, not better, but it's better to run with 4 sticks than it is to run with 3 sticks. But yes, 12 beats 8, so, you know. Okay, so we are coming up to our apoapsis. And we're going to need to do a burn. Oh yeah, I forgot that this thing was a flying brick. We're going to need to do a burn to slow ourselves down, which will also bring us into a proper orbit. There we go, let's burn here to bring us into an orbit, and hopefully at the same time get us into a slightly closer intercept with our station. I'm not sure what you actually said. I think I can have a look at what you said. Oh, I see, yes. Iffy wording, I think, is the way to describe that. Iffy being a very English term. I apologise if any viewers are not familiar with the phrase iffy. Dodgy. Crooked? I don't know. periapsis is out of the atmosphere now. No, not out of the atmosphere, sorry. Our periapsis is coming out of the atmosphere. Oh, hold on, we're losing the station there. Mind you, it's only 8 kilometres, that's not too bad. We are outside of the atmosphere with our periapsis, so we're okay. Anyone seen Scott Manley? I think his stream is as good as his videos. Actually, I've never watched Scott Manley's live stream. I've watched his videos, obviously. I've never watched his videos. I've never watched his live stream. We have got way too much fuel. It would be interesting if we can dock with all this fuel, but we're not going to be able to. We are going to have to self-destruct all that fuel, unfortunately. In fact, we may need to do that now, while we've got some fuel to burn. While we can burn without putting ourselves off course is kind of what I mean. Yeah, Scott Manley doesn't stream all that often. Go on, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to ditch that, fire the engine and fire those self-destructs, or we could disable them. Go on, let's see if they work. Let's disable that engine. Put our throttle up. Here we go. Let's see how this works. "11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, I like that. Oh, I so like that. That gives me chills. That was a glory to behold. Okay, so we're down to our docking stage now, our rendezvous stage. So let's again have a look at slowing ourselves down, getting ourselves directly on course with our space station, which should be coming up behind us soon. There we go, 17 kilometres behind us. 8 out of 8. Yep. Love it. .3 kilometres is actually a bit far. Not really where I wanted to be. Let's see how much we can reduce that as we burn here. Keep an eye on our fuel. We've got plenty for the moment. 7.4, 7.3. Oh, okay, we're going up again now, so let's cut that there. And we'll wait until we get a bit closer. Which is there. Goodness me, okay, let's... That would slow us down, but we actually kind of need to be burning towards it a bit. In fact, we probably need to speed up a little bit now. I think it's gone past us. Let's get that fairing off. There we go. That helps. Oh, whoa, where are you going? Come back. Right. Okay, getting closer, getting closer. Three 3.3, 3.2, 3.1, 2.8, 2.7, 2.6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, that'll do, 3. 300 meters is close enough, especially when we're going to be doing like 50 odd meters a second as we approach it. Let's get ourselves pointing in a direction where we can slow ourselves down again. There's notifications that our detached stages were destroyed. I smell like a bag of sand. At least you don't smell like a bag of sand, which is how I read that. So let's keep an eye on where this target retrograde marker goes as we approach the station. I would like us to be in daylight, but that's not happening anytime soon. Well, it is. It's happening fairly soon, but... No, indeed, you don't have to be sorry at all. Okay, we are approaching the station. It's frozen. That means the stupid docking port thing's going to pop up. Come on. There it is. Okay. Let's hide that for the moment. We don't need that. We're going to be using this docking port here, so we'll use control from here for the moment. I can't see the actual docking ports on the station, so let's not worry too much about which docking port we're going to use for now. We were going to get an intersect of about 0.3, wasn't it? Yeah, 0.3 there. And then the next nearest would be 5.3, so we do need to get this right. Let's start burning now. That little blue engine. Okay, I misjudged that slightly. Let's slow that down. Separation of 0.4 still, so we do... .0, that'll do. Oh, well done for your return from Eve. It's not the docking module, it's the physics loading for the second vessel that's producing it. No, it was the docking module in this case. The physics load at 2.5 kilometers. The docking port loads at about 2.2. The docking indicator. Okay, so we are heading directly for our station at this point. Separation of 0, 0. We're doing it at 5 meters a second though, so it should be quite easy for us to slow it down as we get nearer. Let's do that, let's get nearer. Ah, indeed, a NASA launch. Oh, I'm always interested in a NASA launch. 4th of December, testing the new Orion module in orbit. Interesting. Okay, 60 metres. That should be close enough for us to start burning to a halt. .1 metres a second. Okay, so at this point it gets very tricky because we can't actually see what we're doing. We don't need to adjust anything now. So where are we going to attach? Let's switch over and see where we're going to attach this. Here is our station as it stands. We have docking ports at this end up here. This is our cyclotron that we docked last week. This is our science module, so I think we're going to dock up on this end up here, which is handy because that's the nearest end. So we're going to set that as a target. We are going to control from here, although actually that's kind of the wrong end because that means we've got lots of docking ports right next to each other. I wonder if I should actually send it to the other end. Move that craft out of the way, put that over there. Or if I was really clever... Oh no, there's no docking port on the end of that one, is there? I was going to say, if I was really clever, I could take that, dock it there, and plop it on the end of there. But that's not gonna work, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to move this craft out of the way. Put someone in it who's going to be heading home, and then we will dock this on the end of there, and that will become our habitation ring. So let's go back to the station and let's pick who's going to go home. Who wants to go home? We've got Nubal, Lenfrid and Tedbree Kerman. I don't actually remember those names. I'm pretty sure those names are the names of the Kerbals that we sent up. I just don't recall them. We don't have any more Kerbals up here. I believe one did go home. This craft here will be able to... The other craft that we're bringing up will be able to take 3 people home as well. So long as we only have 3 people on, we don't need this craft docked here. So... who's going home? Nubal, I think, should stay up here. Lenfrid and Tedbree. Tedbree, I think, is going to be heading home. So let's remember how we transfer people. Let's find the door. Not that side. It's always the other side. There we go. There's the crew hatch. So Tedbree, you are going to transfer to this down here if I can find the door of this one. Which again is going to be the other side, isn't it, of course? There is the crew hatch. Alt. No, it's not the crew hatch. Where's the crew hatch? Where is it? Ah, there it is. There we go. Tedbree is now in that pod. Can you post a link? Let's see. I think that's going to be okay. Let's permit. There you go. So Tedbree is now in here, so we can undock this. But before we do that, we're going to make sure we transfer all the life support out of here into... No? Okay. Let's try it with the fuel balancer then. Monopropellant, electric child, wastewater, waste. I'll tell you what, actually, let's go for wastewater. Oh no, I don't want to balance it. Transfer out of there. Life support waste container. Come on. transfer out of there. There we go. So that's the waste water. Waste, transfer out, transfer in. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Okay. Carbon dioxide. Let's take the carbon dioxide out. Let's transfer that into there. And out of there. And out of there. Okay, so that's the air scrubbed. Then let's see, oxidizer. I'll tell you what, we've done the waste. Let's turn off the waste. Oxidizer. Okay, we've only got one. Oh, we've only got that attached, haven't we? Yeah, liquid fuel. Fine. Monoprop. Transfer out of the pod. In fact, we want to transfer it out of that as well. They're all full. Okay, fair enough. Not worried about that then. Right, oxygen. We want to take it out of come on, out of the life support container to fill up everything else. As much as we can. Likewise with water. Out of the life support container. Likewise with food. Out of the life support container. Spare parts? We got any spare parts? Well, they're all at 100%, so we're not got to worry about spare parts. That's still transferring, so water's done, food's done, it's just the oxygen. So we're just topping up the oxygen supplies. And then this craft will be ready to head back to Kerbin. Wow, okay, let's... Can we speed it up? We can. Handy. There we go. So still 89% of that in there, but there we go. Everything is transferred over. So, Tedbury, now is your time to head home. Let us decouple node. Switch to Tedbury. Turn on your RCS ports and push yourself away. Oh. That was stupid. That was really stupid. That was really, really stupid. I didn't realise I thought I was looking at this craft when actually I was not. Oh. You turn your RCS on. I'll just change the camera. I didn't mean to do that. You go back to auto. There we go. Now, if I push you away, you are going to come away, aren't you? Yes. And I can't redock you because you don't have a docking port. Poop. Poop, a de poop, a de poop. And by the time I send up something else up here, our station's going to be in the wrong place. Oh. What do we do? What do we do? We're going to have to send something up with a docking port and hope that we can dock with this thing and then reattach it. Incidentally, that does mean that we can pick up slightly better where we put it. Yeah, 0.2 meters a second speed difference. There is RCS on this. What's the difference then? Which way are we translating? Alright, okay. Shall I actually try and maneuver the station? If I set that as the target, control from there, I might actually be able to maneuver the station itself. Where's our docking alignment? Gonna need this big time. Chase mode. This is the first time I've ever tried this. I'm attempting to move the station to dock with the module that I brought up with the intention of docking it to the station. In fact, I'm probably going to have to move it out of the way, aren't I? Let's leave that doing. Not you, you're quite safe out there. You are in a very dodgy position there. So let's move you... No, not that way. You get right out of the way. Okay, there it goes. So, back to the station. Control from here. Set as target. Oh, I think I just... No, it is just about getting out of the way, so... Right. No, wrong way. This is going to be extremely tricky. We've bumped. Magnets come into play, and we're docked. Yikes. Okay. Docked a little bit wonky. It was close, but not quite. No cigar. So now let's just check. Let's just check our orbit. 147 by 177. Okay, so we've lost a bit of our orbit. When we get around to our apoapsis, we're going to need to speed ourselves up a little bit if we can. Mind you, that's not terrible. 147 by 177. It gives us a bit of an interesting orbit. It would be nice to have it exactly circular, but beggars can't be choosers. Where's the sun at this stage? Behind us, maybe? Oh, it's down there. Okay. So, let's get the station... No, cat. Get down. Get down. Down you get. Bye-bye. Let's... Are we still in chase cam? We are, aren't we? But we're the wrong... No. We must be the... What on earth was that? You guys probably saw what that was behind me. I have no idea what that was. I think it was the cat jumping up on the desk. On the chest of drawers behind me. Right, let's, as I was going to do, let's get our space station. Actually, I'm going the wrong way here. I'm going to have to go right the way around. Let's turn off the SAS. I want to get the solar panels pointing directly at the sun. Yeah, he almost wrecked the nice little display behind me, but there we go. Okay, I'm going to spin right the way around. There goes Kerbin. At some point we have to go back and check those two pods that are floating around somewhere. How are we doing? About halfway around? What's that? Oh, that's one of the pods. Lost the sun. There it is. Up there. So... Okay, let's turn the SAS back on to slow ourselves down, but then turn it. Oops. I'm back to front now, aren't I? So let's... There we go, SAS on. Our solar panels are now pointing at the sun. And when we deploy, this is career mode, yes. This is career mode. When we deploy these now, they're not going to get in the way of our solar panels, which is nice. It's still stopping itself from wobbling about a little bit. Plenty of amount of propellant there. How would a cat act if we put it in 0G? That's a very interesting question. I'm going to use the time warp hack at this point because it's taking too long to steady itself. And then RCS off, SAS off, and there we go. Our station is happy. So let's see. Can we can deploy our habitation ring. There it is, and it is spinning. Fantastic, some artificial gravity in there too. And we will deploy our agriculture module as well. And that now is all very space station-y. We're not actually generating anything, but we now have the basis of an orbital space colony. We have a habitation module, we have an agricultural module. We now need to send up a control center, and then we can start sending up things like fabrication modules and all sorts. It's all very exciting from here. We've got plenty of docking ports for us to dock ships for future modules too. However, we do need to get these guys home. This is Ted Bree, who apparently thinks that he's docking because he's got a target set. Let's see if we can unset target. No, we do have to do that on the map. Unset target, okay. Where are we on your orbit? Periapsis, doesn't really matter. Let's spin you around to retrograde. And what happened there? Don't tell me you're out of fuel. No, you got loads of fuel. What's going on? There we go. Albino African 18, you are our newest follower. Thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to Elitopia Gaming. If you have a crew quarters, you should add one after the control center. Not sure I understand. You may have to explain a little further on that one. We have a habitation module up there. Are you saying that we should have put the control center up first? If so, I'm interested to know why we would necessarily need to put the control center up first. The control center is going to be the next thing that we take up there. and I know that that generates the punch cards and things. But I'm not really sure what the implication is if you don't have one. Well, I have a habitation module. I don't have a crew quarters as such. Is there a difference between a crew quarters and a habitation module? From the station's point of view? Let's watch our periapsis drop down to Kerbin and see where it lands. I think very briefly it was actually smack bang on the KSC then. See if I can... see if I've got the level of thruster control to actually bring us close to the KSC. My cats are not happy with each other in the background. Right, see, that's not accurate though, is it? That's because the KSC is going to move. So we will actually land there. So let's see, can I move that cross? Not quite, not quite. If I wait a little while, I might be able to. Let's spin it around on the orbit a little bit. Actually, we need to burn retrograde, don't we? Oh, let's turn the RCS off. We don't need the RCS on at this point. Oh. Also forgot that we've got the SAS on at this point. Right, and let's burn and see. Where is our landing point? No, we're not going to be able to land it near the KSC, are we? Oh well. Do we want to splash down, or I suppose it doesn't really make a lot of difference, does it? Okay, so Tedbury is heading back home. Shall we take Tedbury home? Yeah, let's take Tedbury home and then come back for the other guy. Forgotten who it was. I've made a very gentle descent into the atmosphere for Tedbury. He will actually go round through a whole orbit at this point, which actually he's going through 2 orbits, isn't he? Right, let's not do that because that's going to take a long time at this speed. So whilst it would be an extremely gentle orbit, an extremely gentle descent is the word I was looking for. Let's slow ourselves down And maybe we can pull that landing point round to the space centre. Where's it gone? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's gone past. Plop. Okay, round again. We're going to be fighting against the atmosphere at this point. Mind you, we're still at 61,000 metres, so it's not going to make a huge difference. This engine takes too long to shut down. I can't get an accurate cut off. Let's try it with RCS. We're at 60,000 metres, so we might be able to do it with RCS. Arr. Yeah, look at that, look at that. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? SAS and RCS off, and let's see if that actually does what it's supposed to do. No, look, it's moving. RCS back on. Let's try something there. Oh well, that's very inaccurate. No, I can't wait in orbit. We're already in the atmosphere. We are heading in at this point. We are currently at 47,000 metres. As you will see, if I head us back to here, we are getting very close. You have to pick a landing site, do you? How does one do that? I've no idea how you do that. Orbital logistics, no. Is there a button for it? Oh look, 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 look. I didn't know we had all these extra options. Look at that. Bring that down here. I can't resize it. Come on, let me resize it. Oh, it's the texture replacer, isn't showing me the button. I'll tell you what, no, let's do that. That's better. We'll leave it down here with these. Lock position and size. Right, okay. Display trajectory. So in theory, if I... Oh no, look, we're miles off now. We're miles off. Okay, never mind. Next time. We'll try it with the other pod. Meanwhile, this one is re-entering the atmosphere. It would be a good idea for us to make sure. Let's have the RCS on to hold us in position, because we have had issues with these things flipping round at the last minute as they're entering the atmosphere. It can actually slow us down. We've got loads and loads of fuel on this. Oops, that's the complete wrong button. Loads and loads of fuel on this thing, so I could actually slow us right down. Oh, is that part of MechJeb? Okay. Yeah, I'm not using MechJeb. I'm using the Trajectories mod, which is slightly less hacky than MechJeb. I don't use autopilot or anything like that. I'm not a fan of MechJeb, I'm afraid. I'm guessing we haven't got any science that we can pick up from here. No. Didn't attach any science parts to this. No. Oh look. That all went wrong again. No, not that. Set the red crosses at your landing site, then lock that thing in the menu of the mod and set the angle of attack. Pods, it's usually 180 degrees for everything. Yeah, yeah. I will play around with that for the next pod. We will get the landing spot over the KSC, and we'll see if we can do that. Are watching on in disgust because they're hungry and they want me to feed them, I think. Oh, here comes Roo again. Hello! Down you go. Next stream is going to be next week. Every Saturday. 8:30 GMT, 3:30 EST. Not sure whatever time zone that is for individuals. Getting ready to pop these parachutes, but we're going pretty fast, and I have a feeling that they could pop off. What do we think? Oh, we're out of fuel, so we're going to have to now. Nope, the parachute's broke. The parachutes always break. I hate these parachutes. Sorry, Tedbury. Let's see if you can do the old... Ow, get off, you stupid cat. No. Sorry, Tedbury. That was a lot of debris for a landing pod. Yes, those parachutes are not very good. Simply put, I possibly messed it up by burning so much while we were trying to re-enter. But yes, sorry, Tedbury. Not your time, I'm afraid. Let's go to the tracking station. Yep, see you later, Chief. Thanks for the follow earlier, and I will see you next time. We have about 15 minutes left of this stream, I think. So we'll have a look at this, getting this pod back. ETKH1 ship, fly. It's near the apoapsis, this one as well. And let's see if we can A, make this land, and B, make this land near to the KSC. If it loads. Okay. Okay, so Dilong Kerman is our willing volunteer for this part of our mission. Let's get him pointing retrograde. And let's burn until that indicator thing pops up and we get it over the KSC. Periapsis is coming down. You can use a maneuver node. Oh, what, to get the marker in the right place? Really? That's no fun. These cats are really not happy today, are they? Went a bit too far, okay. Oh, look at that, dead on. Right, so now, set current impact as target. Descent profile, so you reckon everything at... I really don't know what any of that is doing, but at this stage, I believe. Whoops. Not really sure what these dots are all about. Kitten's back. Hello. What are you doing, you weird cat? It's trying to push me away from my desk. Okay, so let's see if that lands us in the right place. With that said, I kind of want to detach this fuel, but we'll leave that until a bit later in the orbit. So let's speed things up. What is our periapsis there? 37 kilometers. So it sounds about right. Let's get ourselves into the atmosphere. Let's hide that trajectory screen. And then there we go, we're in the atmosphere, so let's get our RCS off, but get ourselves pointing retrograde for our entry. There we go. And there we go, we are entering the atmosphere. Okay, we are slightly off target at this point. There we go. See what that does for us. Okay, speeding up time. Still got plenty of fuel in this thing. Let's see. Let's try and give ourselves pointing retrograde. 50 kilometers. Let's see. Let us see. That target thing still thinks we're landing near the KSC. Can't speed it up anymore, which is annoying, but here we go. Ooh. Forty-one, 40,000 kilometers. We're now getting the re-entry effect, so let's slow down time, keep an eye on what's going on. See if we can tweak that target just slightly now with our RCS during re-entry. There we go. Okay, so we are re-entering, RCS off now. Hopefully a very gentle re-entry. It's a very long re-entry. Oh, excuse me. We just hit our periapsis, and then apparently it moved. Yeah, we are losing our target very slightly, aren't we? Okay, so we're not going to land at the KSC. We might, but we'll have to see. I wonder if the physics warping has affected that at all, but it's possible. Okie dokie, Don Viper. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the stream this evening, and I hope you sleep well. And there's the kitten again. Hello. Yes. Thank you for that. Cat moustache. I moustache you not to do that. Bye bye. Now we get. Here's the moon. It's the moon. Oh, there we go. We're no longer in orbit. Yeah, okay, so we're not landing at the KSC according to that now. But never mind. We're landing close to the KSC. Look at that, there are no atmosphere. Ow! Ow! Get off, you stupid cat! There are no atmospheric effects now. We are entering that gently. Oh, no, here they come. Here they come. They're coming back. It is, however, this is a very gentle re-entry. No, get down. What an obedient cat I have. Alright, let's slow down time now. Let's make sure that we are retrograde. He's back again. He's back again. Down you get. This is where it gets very tense, because these parachutes did indeed fail on our previous attempt. We can't change those settings at this point. Going down on 25 kilometers. Still doing 2,000 meters a second, 2 kilometers a second. Definitely not landing at the space center. The engine looks like it's overheating now, which would not be good. Trying to let the atmosphere do as much as it can, and then I'll use the engine to slow us down as we get deeper into the atmosphere. Coming down to 20,000 in a moment. We are slowing down. And just hope that the pressure on those parachutes isn't going to be too much. I'm not using far, I'm using near. NEAR, the slightly simplified version of the Ferrum Aerospace mod. And I have a tendency to lose all my parachutes whilst playing with this and Deadly Re-entry and real shoots. We lost them on the last re-entry. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to lose them this time as well. We're at 10,000 and we are slowing down. Down to 1 kilometre a second now. Let's use our engines to slow us down more. Do it right at the last minute. No, too late. Too late. The problem that I've had is that if I arm the parachutes higher, they just snap off. They don't actually slow us down. They just snap off. That time I just opened them far too late. I didn't realise the floor was quite so high. 797 metres above sea level. It looked lower than that. Yes. I'm yet to work out the best way to use the parachutes with NEAR and Deadly Re-entry and all that. I used to be able to get the shoots right, but these days I don't know. I just can't get them right. So we did, however. You should always be able to deploy them at 10k. Really? I don't know. We had some pretty hefty atmospheric effects going on at 10k. Yes, we did manage to successfully dock our habitation ring and our agricultural module with our space station, which is now becoming the Elitopia Space Kolony. So, we'll just get a bit of a screenshot of that space station in a moment when it decides to load. Part count is getting higher and higher on the space station, but we should be okay. We've got plenty of memory running. Yeah, we're zoomed right out now, so let's zoom back in. Lots of debris floating around this space station. Always to go to the dark side first. There we go. There is our space station with our habitation ring spinning nicely, and our agricultural module, our science lab, and our cyclotron. Plenty of space for expansion on this space station. We could do with some more solar panels probably, and we have a lot of colony modules to bring up here. Let's, as I say, let's get a screenshot of this, or a few screenshots. Oh look, the moon in the background there, I didn't even notice that. Nice. So, there we go. The Elitopia Space Colony has started, has begun. We currently have 1,348 days of life support supplies on the station, so there's no problems there for now. So there we go. I think we are going to call the live stream there. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the mission that we did today, or the missions that we did today. I will be back next week at the usual time, every Saturday, 8:30 PM GMT, 3:30 PM EST. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch, don't forget to hit the follow button so you get notifications next time we go live. And you might also want to pick up the Twitch Live Google Chrome app, which will give you more immediate notification when people that you are following goes live. I have been El Bristow, you've been watching Elitopia Gaming and KSP Live, and I will see you next time, guys. See you later.